What is going on, guys? Corrosive Bullet here. We are finally in after a very long maintenance. 8.5 hours, roughly 8.5 hours. We will be going over our first initial impressions of the game, going over what I like about the game, what I dislike about the game, and just kind of go from there. If you guys want to see more Fusion World content on the channel, do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Let me know in the comments how you guys are enjoying the digital client now that it's finally out. But anyway, let's get started. So first thing I want to talk about, and this was something I mentioned when I did my live streams for the beta, was the menuing. The initial menuing for the game in the beta, I thought was, for lack of a better word, atrocious. I've said it before, the menuing looks like the creators of South Park took construction paper and they cut out little blocks everywhere, and they just kind of, made a little overlay. That's basically what they did with construction paper. It's not real sleek. It's kind of blocky. It's kind of like basic. There's not really anything like crazy to write home about. I will say it looks like they added a bit more detail to it. Like there's some shadowing in the boxes. The presentation still kind of looks the same, but it's a bit more refined. So it's not the worst thing that they could have done. But I hope that over time, as the game evolves and continues, we'll see a bit more in terms of updates for the menus in this game. The second thing I want to talk about is obviously we got a better look at what the missions kind of look like and what the passive reward system kind of is. So as you can see, you get daily and weekly missions. And let me tell you right now, the amount that you're able to get weekly is abysmal. It's abysmal. Completing all your daily and all your weekly nets you about 180 gems. It's not a lot. Considering that, we'll talk about the store later, but if you go and you look at booster packs, one booster pack is 100 gems. So the fact that in a week you're only getting less than a pack or less than 2 packs, it's not good. It's not good. Now, the hope would be that now you obviously got achievements, which is basically just playing the game. If you passively play the game, you'll be able to unlock more gems. If you buy some of the starter decks, you get hollows of stuff in those starter decks. So there's rewards here, but it's not really anything too crazy in the achievements factor either. And I'm not 100% sure if like something like achieve bronze ranking tier 4, if this is like an ever evolving mission. I'm not 100% sure if like this is going to turn to tier 3, tier 2, which means as you kind of rank up, you get more gems as you do it. And then obviously there's nothing going on for events, so we'll see what happens with the events. But the free-to-play aspect of this game, in terms of grinding up the game, getting rewards to open packs and stuff, it is not strong. It is very, very weak. Here's hoping that it gets updated down the road, and here's hoping that obviously like events come sooner rather than later, and we get more ways to kind of like actively kind of build up a currency to do stuff. But yeah, I think the game is primarily focusing on physical product and translating that over to the digital more so than just the digital client, But anyway, that's a little unfortunate. The serial code aspect of it, by inputting a code card, it did take some time. For clarification, I put in about 26 codes or so. And it took me maybe a half hour to go through all those codes and put all this in. It's not fast. Hopefully they make that a little bit better too. Maybe add a QR code like the Pokemon TCG Live. We'll kind of see how that evolves in the future too. But that's neither here or there. It's a little rough, but it is what it is. All right, let's talk about, speaking of rewards, let's kind of go over the event rewards. So playing in ranked, weirdly, I would say the rewards could be a little better, but I think for the first season of doing this, I think it's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, it could always be better. But like you hit bronze, you start in bronze. So regardless of if you play 1 match, 2 matches, 3 matches, you're always going to get enough to get 1 pack. So that's okay. That's fine. That's fine, right? That's okay. I think for minimal effort, you getting 1 pack in the end is cool. Going to silver, you're able to get 1 promotion ticket or 1 booster pack ticket. So it's basically 2 packs. Going to gold, you get 3 packs. Platinum, you get 4 packs. Master, you get 5 packs. And then getting to God, you get 6 packs. And then obviously when you hit God rank, the higher that you rank in God, the more rewards you get at the end of the season. So if you're in the top 10,000, you get 100. If you're in the top 1,000, 200, so on and so forth. If you're number 1 in the world, you get 1,000. I think this aspect of it could probably be a little better. I think more rewards could be given out for God ranking, personally, but that's not too. It's for what it is for the first season. It's not bad, but it's one of those things where the more time you put into it, the more you get out of it. So just take that into consideration. Now let's talk about the store. So when you start the game, you get access to 1 ticket that gives you 1 of the starter packs. So be very careful about who you want to play. Figure out what your play style is. Do some research. Figure out if you are, if you're like a board control person. If you are if you're like a status person. Freeze is really good at setting your opponent to like rest cards. Or resting your opponent's cards. Broly's really good at ramping energy. Vegeta is really good at removing cards off the board, while Red is really good at buffing and debuffing you and your opponent's cards. So figure out what your playstyle is. Use your ticket on one of these, and obviously you get cards from doing so. Now, obviously you put in a code card. You get 1 pack. Weird that you only get weird that you only can do it 1 at a time. We'll take a look at that then. So yeah, you put a code card in for a booster pack. You get a ticket, and you can open as many as you have cards, which is good. 100 for 1 pack, or 1,000 for 10 for a guaranteed rare SR rarity or higher. During the beta, I was able to get a couple SRs from doing the multi-pack, so I feel like it's more beneficial to save your gems to do the multi rather than just go for individual packs with your gems. That's just me. From what I've seen and what I understand, you can unlock the alt arts for all of the cards in the game, which is pretty awesome. Kind of gives a little bit of extra flair to your account. That kind of stuff is really cool. So what I was very interested to see was promotional packs are in the game. Again, for a promotional pack, you're not limited to only earning these by going to locals. You can actually get these just from playing the game passively. Again, 1 pack gets you 1 of these 5 cards. I believe it's only 5. Yeah. So, or if you put in a code card for the ticket, boom, like you get a free pack from that. I think this is cool, considering that promotional packs in TCGs usually have some really good meta cards that you want to kind of put into your deck. Is actually pretty good, and it's a 1 in 5 chance of getting what you want, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's actually not bad. Whether I would say you should go heavy in on this, I probably would say no, but you know, if you go to your locals and you get some of these tickets, like take advantage of that. It's really beneficial for you to do so. But if you're running a particular deck, in this case, if you're like running a red deck and you're looking to add some red flair into your deck, you got 2 red cards, then this particular promotional pack might actually be worth your time, considering that, in my opinion, this is the best card in the bunch. So, so I mean, yeah, you kind of want to like look and see what kind of cards are in each pack and kind of see what will benefit you and kind of go from there. But I mean, this isn't bad for this. 5 cards, only 100 gems, and it's a 1 in 5 chance. That's a lot better than doing the booster pack, which has 146 cards, and you have 8 chances to get what you want, right? So, then obviously you can buy sleeves. You get a free name change. if you want. The banner profile for your profile is actually not that bad. There's a lot like going in here, and it seems like they put a lot of thought and consideration into like your character design for your banner. So it's kind of cool that they kind of put some time to like kind of create a fit that is to your liking. And then obviously you got like a bunch of accessories you can add. You got effects that you can add into your cards and stuff. This is one of those things where like if you want to spend the extra gems to kind of kit yourself out, then like it's no harm no foul. You can go and do that. It's just something a little extra. But from what I see here, it looks like there's no means to be able to actually like buy. Is it? Oh, up here. Let's see. Let's take a look at what the prices look like. So, not even a pack. 80 gems for 99 cents is not great. That's not good at all, in my opinion. $2 for 160 gems. $2 for one pack, considering that a normal pack goes for about $4 or $5, and you get 4 less cards than you do in an actual pack. This isn't terrible. It's not terrible. Considering that you're getting more than half of what you get in a regular pack, and it's $2 instead of $4 or $5, that's not bad. Let me see, 360 for $4. This is probably 3 packs for $4. That's a good price. I would say that that's not, if you wanted to do that, that's not the worst thing to do. For $9, you get 840 gems. That, not so much. Well, no, that's still good. That's actually still good. Because you're getting 8 packs for $9. You're basically saving... What would that even be? Like, you're saving $25 by doing that? Like, that's not terrible. Yeah, then 6,000 gems is $60, which basically nets you 10. That's like 2.5 booster boxes for $60. And a regular booster box is, the surge prices are ridiculous right now. So I think if you wanted to spend money on this game, I think anything at the 360 range and up is probably your best bet. That's the most bang for your buck. That's the most you're going to get out of buying gems. Getting the 80 and 160 gems, I think, is a little... I don't think it's worth getting the smaller stuff. Maybe if you wanted to top off what you have currently to kind of give you that little extra, to get that extra pack, or go for that 10 pull. But outside of that, like, the pricing on this actually isn't bad at all. I think this is fine. That said, again, missions don't really give you much. Missions don't give you much in terms of free currency, so that needs to definitely improve. But if you wanted to invest money in the game, that's not the that's not bad. It's not bad. All right, let's talk about crafting. So you can hold up to 100 decks in your game, in your account, which is good. That's a lot more than Master Duel did on launch. I think you only got like 12 decks in Master Duel, so that's very generous that you get 100 decks just right out the gate to build. So the crafting. If you come over here to all cards, you'll see these are all the cards that are currently existing in the game. One thing I noticed is that when it comes to these leaders, and it might not necessarily just be leaders, it might just be holographic cards in general. Okay, yeah, it's holographics and alt arts. It looks like you cannot craft alt arts or holographics. You need to pull them, which does suck to an extent, but at the very least, if you get 4 of the same type of card, you will get a what's called a wild card, and the wild card will net you a free a copy of whatever rarity it's like connected to. So let's say I get 4 of these Gokus, right? And the 5th one, and I pull a 5th one from a pack. Basically, that 5th one auto converts to this leader token down at the bottom left. And that leader wild card I can use on any of the standard art rarity leaders, and be able to utilize them and add that to my collection. I don't think it's the worst system. I think it's nice that, because unlike Master Duel, you have to dismantle your own cards. At least with this, since you can never have more than 4 cards in... Since you can never have more than 4 cards in your deck at one time, I think it's kind of nice that they kind of cap that and they automatically convert. So, I mean, I like that aspect of it. That being said, I don't necessarily enjoy the idea of I need to have good RNG from my pack pulls to get to that point. That's the only downside, is that you have to pull packs quite often to get to that point, which sucks. So here's hoping that maybe if we're not going to get the free-to-play option of gems in the game, then it would be kind of nice if we got missions that gave us free wild cards to do and balance it out in some fashion. Like if we're not going to get a lot of currency to pull in the game, then at the very least give us options to get cards that we can craft and go from there. I feel like that would be a nice compromise. You could feel free to disagree with me in the comments. You can let me know what you guys think in the chat during my live streams and stuff. It's not but I think it's fine. I think some minor tweaks and this could be all right, but as it stands right now, it's nothing crazy. And the last thing I want to mention too, because I completely forgot about it when we were talking about progression rewards, is that when you level up, you actually get rewards just from leveling up your account. I went up to level 2, and let me see if I can find it here. It was red, right? I think it was red. There it is. Yeah. I was able to pull this card from getting from level 1 to 2. And if you guys don't know, this is part of the... I think it's part of the promotion pack. You have a chance... You can pull this from the in-game promotion packs. Which I think is cool. I think that's a nice little reward for leveling up and just playing the game passively. It's not anything... It's not anything... substantial, but I mean, it's something. It's cool that that's kind of an option. But anyway, that's going to do it for my thoughts and feelings on the digital client. I'm happily enjoying my time with the game. I enjoyed it in beta. I'm enjoying it now. If you guys want to come and see me and play with me on twitch.tv/corrosivebullet, I'm always down to do player matches with people. I'm always down to get involved with the community, and we're going to be giving out code cards relatively consistently. As I can get product, I'll be giving away code cards to everybody in the community. So feel more than free to come and join us over on the live stream and hang out with us. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. As always, like this video, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.